Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a collective for all of the zodiac signs just in one video for the week of July 4th to the 10th. We're going to pick up two important events and or messages for that week for your zodiac sign. I recommend personally watching your sun and your rising. I don't do all of those other ones. I don't think the moon is necessarily important in these types of readings, or your Venus or Mars or whatnot. I think your moon can be helpful for love, but I don't think that it's good to have such a wide variety to watch from, because then it's just really confusing. So you can do as you would like, but I personally don't recommend watching anything besides your sun and your rising ascendant sign. So I finally got this new deck for my old cards. I mean, you can just see the comparison here. They're all clumpy and hard, and these are all new. Finally got my replacement deck. So happy. They don't feel like... Ugh. I don't even know how to describe that. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so they may not resonate fully for all of you, but there should be some resemblance of resonance. I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to leave feedback and check out my Etsy and Patreon in the description. I'm going to get started with Aries. Hello Aries, welcome to your reading. We're going to check out your two important events or messages coming up for this the week of the 4th to the 10th of July 2022. Keep in mind that these are general readings and they may not 100% resonate for everybody. However, they should bring some sort of resemblance, at least to a slight, a slight resonation. Keep in mind that if you would like to check out my Patreon or Etsy, you can find that out in the description, where you can find extended personal readings, etc. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what your two messages are for the week. Aries. Aries from July 4th to 10th. First message event. Aries, July 4th to 10th. First event. Second event for Aries, July 4th to the 10th. And extra message. Okay, so Aries, your first event shows me that there's going to be a problem with instability, almost extreme instability for some of you. Excuse me. It looks like because there's some sort of spiritual misunderstanding that you're having with the situation. So there's something you're overlooking, either purposely or subconsciously. You're not looking far enough into specific details in something regarding your life, especially within the week. Like something keeps passing you by, and it looks like it's going to be pretty clear this upcoming week where you're going to be like, maybe I have been kind of skipping this over a little bit, where you're going to come to a realization that maybe you've been overlooking something. Because I get the element of extreme stubbornness and unwillingness to change in a certain situation is going to cause instability. Now, this doesn't have to be like horrible, intense, like, oh my goodness, you are all over the place type of instability, but it's like at least something that you recognize to the point where you're like, yeah, there's a lot of choppiness here. So when I say extreme instability, it doesn't mean it for all of you, but most of you, a good amount of instability. All right, and Aries, your next event has to do with a masculine person around you. If this is romantic, if you swing towards masculine people, aka men or similar, There's going to be a lack of attraction with this person, and then it's going to start to notice that there's a lack of growth in that connection. I feel like it's because somebody is putting their walls or boundaries up a little bit too much. So there's going to be like a notice of like, okay, not really going much, not really going anywhere. Now, this doesn't have to do with love. This could be a friendship, a family member. And instead of like attraction, it would be that the two of you just aren't really interested in talking to each other or being around each other for the meantime. And that's why there's going to be a lack of growth. I do believe that for a select few of you, there could be a legal situation that is involved with this person, and that could be why it hurts so much, the lack of growth. For those of you who aren't involved in anything legal, then it would represent that this person has acted unfairly towards you, and that's why you're feeling upset. Maybe you're even having a hard time withdrawing from them. Like I said, friendship, love, doesn't matter who this is, but it is in relations to another masculine person. This could be work, a boss, it could be a colleague, it could be a client, it could be someone that you talk to sometimes or regularly, it doesn't matter, but there's a lack of growth because this person is not necessarily someone you should even be around, at least all the time, because of their unfair qualities. They may have problems with anger, irritability, irresponsibleness, and maybe they are not very good with their finances, or maybe they're too good with their finances. It just depends. Now, your final overall message is that you're going to have to start putting more energy towards a younger person this week. Either you're going to have to start putting more energy towards a younger person, or if it doesn't happen like that, you're going to have to start putting energy towards immaturity. So that means like fixing immaturity. So if it has to do with a younger person, it could be that there's something they need help with, or something you're just going to have to take action on a bit more than normal. Otherwise, if it is immaturity, it looks like it has to do with your commitment or happiness. So not calling you immature, but there are certain areas that we all have that are immature. You know, like no one's 100% perfect. So in areas where we are underdeveloped, you're going to have to be putting energy towards those underdeveloped areas. Sorry, I just got ringing in my ear. That was a really loud ringing. 1 second. Okay, I think I'm all right. Anyway, yeah, very important message about the immaturity, something that's gone on for too long, or with the younger person, something they're having problems with. So what it could look like, it looks like it could have to do with marriage, commitment, friendship, or happiness. So Aries, that is all I have for you guys. I hope everything made sense. I hope you guys do well this week. Let me know how you thought about this, and let me know some feedback. Tell me how your week went, or tell me how you feel like it's going to go. I would like some feedback. Don't forget that you can find my Etsy and Patreon in the description. Patreon, you can find lots of exclusive videos, readings, etc. Etsy is where you can buy my personalized products, necklaces, psychic readings, and etc. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye! Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your video. We are going to go ahead and get started with your week of July 4th to the 10th, 2022. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate 100% with all of you. However, there should be some resemblance in certain areas. Don't forget to check out your ascendant sign and your sun sign instead of just one or the other. I don't know about all the other zodiac areas, but those two are the most important in my opinion when it comes to YouTube readings specifically. If you are interested at the end of this, please make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, and don't forget to check out my Etsy and Patreon in the description, where you can find necklaces, psychic readings from me specifically, and other video readings. All right, let's see. Taurus, what is the first event for Taurus, July 4th to 10th? Sorry about that, Taurus. All right, let's see. Okay, I think, Okay, so Taurus, your first message for the week. It looks like some of you could be involved with a woman. It's either you're involved with a feminine person or this feminine person is yourself. When I say involved, it can be anything. It could be a boss, it could be a friend, romantic, whatever. So if you're not involved with any women that are like, you know, I know some people don't like genders, but if you're not super keen on genders, either if you can't, you know, get past it, then this probably wouldn't be the video for you to watch, because I like to be as specific as possible, and gender roles really help when identifying. So that's why I say feminine or masculine, instead of saying man or woman. So anyway, I'm seeing a feminine energy here. So either you are the feminine energy or you're dealing with one. Now, what I'm getting here is that the first message is, if you are dealing with a feminine person, it's very possible that they are going to end up lying or not confessing the full truth about a situation. And the situation seems to be something they're involved in regards to comfort or convenience, like why they're involved in something. Like they're not going to confess why they're doing something, why they're seeing someone or something like that. Like they might tell you, but it's not going to be true. I also see that some of this has to do with maybe a canceled or delayed move or travel, or just distance. So if you guys were planning a trip, planning to see each other, planning to hang out, maybe they were going to move, they were going to go on vacation, something like that. It gets canceled or delayed. They're not telling the truth as to why. They are unnecessarily isolating themselves is what I see here. So they are keen to cancel plans for sure. Or they are keen to distance themselves and stop talking to you, maybe even. Now, if this isn't a woman, if this isn't a feminine energy that you're dealing with, if this is you, it could be that you are unnecessarily isolating yourself because you aren't telling people the truth about what type of distance you feel, what type of disconnect you feel from the world, I guess, or from your connections. I mean, it's like there's like, you may not feel super lonely. Like you may be surprised when I say this, but the fact is that you aren't as sociable as you should be during this week. And it could be even that this is a past energy lingering into this upcoming week where you kind of need to work on dealing with it. And then, like I said, it looks like you're not really telling anybody about this. So it would be good to kind of take away that distance just a little bit, enough so you can confess or have someone to talk to. Get out of this comfort zone. You need to kind of step out of your comfort zone a little bit, regardless of the loneliness or whatnot. Why? You need to step out of your comfort zone just a little bit this week. Now, your next message is pretty simple. Taurus, it looks like you may become concerned with a health issue, whether it's big, small, you or someone else. It doesn't matter. It has to do with health. Now, the good news is that there will be a resolve to it, and the end result is positive health. However, it does say you're going to have to wait, and either you're going to have more, like you might be more tired, lethargic, or you're just going to have to start putting less energy towards it, and you're going to have to wait, because it looks like the more energy you put into it, the more misfortunate events you could encounter. Not saying that it's involved with the health, but like kind of like overthinking, or maybe diagnosing yourself or someone else, or they're diagnosing themselves. You know, you don't know what the truth is until you figure it out. But for most of you, unless of course this is a serious medical problem that I'm not picking up on, this is for the majority of people, not the people who have legitimate health issues already. Not that they're not legitimate, but like, you know, strong problems, or you're choking or panic attack, whatever it is. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about like curiosities, or I'm not sure, it might be something, I might be getting sick, I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm pregnant, I don't know. Stuff like that, like stuff you're uncertain of. It looks like there will be a resolve to it. End result is positive health. I don't think you will find anything. If you do find anything, like if this is for pregnancy, I don't, if you're already pregnant, there will be a pregnancy resolve to where you won't have any more problems in your pregnancy. But if you are not pregnant yet, it looks like you probably won't be this week. I think that it's just going to kind of like help you resolve that waiting period. So yes. And then your last message, the one that is just specifically a message, I'm getting here. I got something similar with Aries as well. That's interesting. So you guys are going to have a chaotic event with someone who is either younger than you or immature. And it's going to deem some sort of instability. So that's interesting. Some of you, it could have to do with dark magic. If it does, then I believe the immature person is the one casting, whether that's you or another person. Now, if you're not doing dark magic, I wouldn't worry about it. Unless you've been suspecting it for a while now, maybe this is your confirmation. But if you don't, worry about any of that stuff, then it could represent that somebody that you're involved with is going to cause problems because of their carelessness. So if you are enacting in dark magic, I believe that, or whoever is doing the magic is using a careless and chaotic practice. They use chaos magic. That's why it's dark. It will cause instability for you and maybe even immaturity if this person isn't younger than you. Now, if there's no dark magic, then it represents that you're going to be dealing with someone who's really stubborn, younger than you, or immature, and there's going to be chaos because of their instabilities and carelessness. And it looks like you may even become less attracted to them because you may start to actually like recognize that they're careless, and you're kind of just like opening your eyes. You're like, this is too much. That could be maybe why you had what was it? Wow, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the loneliness. That's what I was trying to say. That could be why you had so much loneliness involved with that first message, because you're like seeing the truth about people around you and you don't want none of it. So Taurus, thank you for watching. That is all I've got for you. Don't forget to check out my Etsy and Patreon if you're interested in personalized readings or continuous extended videos and all that stuff. I have necklaces on my Etsy now too, bath bombs, personal readings, all that stuff. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear feedback so that way I can continue to be accurate for you guys and know that I'm doing good. So I hope you guys have a good week. Don't forget to come back and let me know how your week went and how much it resonated, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Taurus. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 4th to the 10th. We are going to do your 2 important messages, events. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and it will not resonate 100% for every single one of you. However, there should be some sort of resemblance. Don't forget that you should check out your sun and your rising sign. I don't know about all the others. I don't believe that the others are relevant for YouTube videos specifically, but it's up to you. And don't forget that you can check out the description to find my Etsy and my Patreon, where you will find personalized readings from me. I have necklaces up, physical items, and then my Patreon, stuff for like videos, and blogging a little bit, daily videos, readings, whatever. Let's see what we got for you, Virgo. Interesting. Oh no. Sorry. That was a disaster. Okay, so this is a little bit specific, so it may not resonate 100% with all of you, like I said. But let's see. To start, it looks like some of you, most of you, I believe, will be going through a reawakening this week, starting this week or continuing. But I do see that some of you, if you are a practitioner, psychic, anything that you engage in spiritually that can go to the public, or even being an empath, it looks like you come up as being not as protected as you should be. You have a lack of protection. So for some of you, your reawakening is going to come from the fact that you are recognizing this lack of protection. So lack of protection is going to cause you to open your eyes and a reawakening. But for others, it looks like you're going to be letting your walls and boundaries down in a certain situation or with another person, and that's going to put you through a reawakening. I do see a little bit of feeling sad, stuck. For a lot of you, it's unnecessary, so you may need extra meditation, grounding. Now, here's the specific event. Either this is just going to be a really good week for money for you guys, or there's something specific where you're going to get money from. If you're getting money, for some of you, it has to do with a marriage, a commitment, aka contract, something like that, relationship, I don't know. Or, let's see, marriage, commitment, or happiness. So you could be getting money from any one of these things. When I say happiness, oh my goodness. Sorry, I can't wait for my stand to come in. It should be here today. But when I say happiness, I mean something that makes you happy. So like selling art, selling electronics, playing video games and winning a tournament. I don't know, something that makes you happy, financial abundance. This might not be for all of you, but a lot of you, there may be something specific that helps you earn your money. I also see that there will be moving or traveling for a lot of you, and it will be successful. So if you're worried about it getting canceled or delayed, for most of you, I don't see that. I actually see that it will be, it will be good. So some of you could even be traveling to get money. Maybe you are doing a job overseas, so you're a travel agent, you're a pilot, I don't know. But money, good news about traveling and moving, happiness, marriage, commitment, etc. So that's a pretty good first message. Let's see what your second message is. Yes, I need some clarity on this one. This one's a little bit, So first off, I do see that you guys are going to put active energy towards turning a blind eye towards a situation. You're either going to know something is going on and you need details for it, but you're going to decide not to do it. Or maybe you have the rose-colored eyeglasses on in a situation where you're just kind of like, I don't care. What is the decision? Oh, wow. That is completely different. That's like, there's like, wow. Very conflicting. This is literally the opposite from the message I just read for you guys. So, okay, so some of you may decide to not pay attention to the reality of a situation, but the reality is that there could be a decision that you make that will cause financial loss for you. A decision that you make during this week will result in bad news and money loss. It could also be that you're going to have to make a decision because of some sort of bad news that you receive, and ultimately it's going to result in loss, including financially. Now, what's interesting is that it shows that you are choosing whether or not to protect your energy and become lonely. And then for the other message that I had, I pulled 3. This was just like an important message for you guys for the week. This looks to me like you would be leaving a job, like getting fired or quitting, or leaving a person who is a Capricorn or works a lot. But somehow I see that there might be some sort of bad news that either you're receiving or you're giving that has to do with financial loss. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys are like a HR department and you got to fire someone. I don't know, but it seems to me like most of you are going to receive this news. I'm having a little bit hard time picking why, figuring out why exactly this is all happening. It looks like, oh my goodness. Okay, so for a lot of you, there could be a masculine person involved. That would be a boss, who would be a man, or just another person who you're involved with who's masculine that has to do with this financial thing. And then another reason I'm getting for this is that there's some sort of spiritual thing that you have to deal with because of the past. So maybe you could call it karma coming up to catch up on you, or maybe you could say that it's for your spiritual growth. Because we did see that reawakening in the beginning, and reawakenings cause a lot of chaos and destruction, but the grass is greener, much greener on the other side. So, Virgo, that is all I have for you. Please stay safe and let me know how this goes. I'm interested to see, especially with you guys, how this turns out. Don't forget to check out my Etsy and my Patreon in the description, and please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And please don't forget to leave feedback. I love to know how you guys felt about this. I'll see you guys later. Bye, Virgo. Libra, hello. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be doing your 2 important events and your 1 message. Please do not forget that this is a general reading and may not resonate 100% for each and every one of you. Don't forget to check out your ascendant and your sun. And please keep in mind that you need to let me know if you can, some feedback on this. Share, subscribe, like, comment, etc. And if you are interested, you can find my Etsy and my Patreon in the description below, where you can find my physical items, necklaces, psychic readings, extended videos, and all of that. All right, let's see what we got here, Libra. Okay, so I am seeing for your first message, there are 2 different genders here. As I told one of the piles earlier, I think I don't remember which one it was, but if you're uncomfortable with genders, I don't think you should watch this video. If you can pass by it, I would, but if not, please don't watch this video. I like to be as accurate as possible, and genders do help me define more details. So I'm getting here that regardless of which gender you are, whatever you identify as, I'm seeing a woman and a man, a feminine and a masculine energy. The masculine energy is somebody who is manipulative and also sometimes overly emotional. The feminine energy is somebody who is victimizing themselves, someone who has been through a lot but is using their experiences to gain something, whether that's attention, time, more friends. They're victimizing themselves. Even if they are an actual victim, they're creating a public victimization. So instead of trying to fix the problem, they're sulking. That's a better word for it. I believe that the feminine energy is very hurt. The feminine energy is very hurt, upset, maybe even betrayed for a lot of you. And this is because of some sort of action that the masculine person is about to take or has already taken. So what is the details on this? I think for this week, most of you guys are going to learn your lessons about carelessness. Whether you are the victim or the manipulator, I believe that either you're going to start to understand that the other person is careless, and you're going to finally start to be able to kind of like grow from that, you know, learn your lessons, evolve, whatever it is. Or you're going to kind of like understand that you are being careless. Maybe you're like, okay, maybe this is a bit too much. I need to step back. Whatever it is, it's a good job because I see you learning your lessons and you're going to kind of get out of this situation. Probably not by the end of this week, but I think that there will be at least that recognition this week where you're like, okay, I'm done. Okay, now this is a very specific message that I think is going to resonate with most of you. There are a couple other ways to interpret this one. Okay, so Libra, there seems to be that most of you are going to have heartache and conflict coming from the fact that you're going to be doing some shadow work. Shadow work as in working on childhood events and events that you have blocked out of your memory or have purposely decided to ignore. So it's going to hurt, yes. It's going to be conflictful, but it's going to clear your energy so much more, and it's going to help you evolve a lot. Now, for those of you who are not going to be working on shadow work, it looks like you have children where you're going to start to maybe feel upset or even fight with them, argue with them, whatever, because you feel like they have spiritual qualities that maybe you yourself are afraid of opening up to, or maybe you don't know how to deal with them. I would let a professional deal with that instead of you upsetting your children and yourself because of their spiritual qualities. It doesn't mean that they are bad. It doesn't mean that they're dealing with bad spirits, etc. Sometimes it's possible that you may have a misinterpretation of it because I see positive spirituality. So if you're worried about your children involved with negative spiritual energy, I don't see that here at all. So either shadow work or spiritual children. And then your important message for the week is that you're going to have a hard time finding a path this week because of a lack of investigation. So when I get the 7 of Wands in reverse, this represents to me that you are too lost. You have already found the solution before, but you have come up with so many ideas that now you're lost and jumbled in a pot of ideas that you don't know what to choose. So this can come along with self-doubt or maybe even just not wanting to make a decision. So the fact that you have a lack of investigation, a lack of details, a lack of answers, information, etc., that's what's going to cause you to feel so stuck, lost, uncertain. So if you want to figure out what path to take this week, you're going to need to find more details, more answers, more investigation is needed. You're going to need more proof and more belief in what you want to do. So Libra, that is all I have for you guys. I really hope everything made sense. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to know how your weeks went or how you think it's going to go if it seems relevant. And don't forget that you can check out my Etsy and my Patreon in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, Libra. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your video. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and it suits a lot of people, so it may not resonate 100% with you, but there should be some relevancy. Don't forget to check out both your sun and your ascendant sign for these readings. And this week, we're checking out the week of July 4th to the 10th. Don't forget that if you're interested in checking out my Etsy or my Patreon, you can find it in the description. I have physical items like necklaces. I also have lots of options for psychic readings that are personalized. Okay, so we're going to check out 2 specific events and then a special, like an important message for you. All right, Gemini, July 4th to 10th, first event. Okay. So, Gemini, your first message is that it looks like this week is mostly going to be a lot of submissive energy. So I don't see a whole lot of taking control, a whole lot of action, a whole lot of dominance. It might not be in every area, but this specifically is pointing towards your family or your home life. So it does look like you are confused in a situation. You come up as being confused, lost, unsure, kind of like, as I was just describing to Libra, there's like a certain amount of like uncertainty that's like extreme. Like you've already figured out the answer, but maybe you haven't done it yet. And you're still seeing like, is there another answer? No, there's not. You've already come up with it. You've just kind of like circled yourself around so much that you're lost now. I see that there is a little bit of heartache. That could be just kind of like some sort of residue from a past situation, or it could be that maybe you're feeling submissive, but you don't want to be submissive. You want to be dominant. You want to take control, but for some reason you feel like you can't this week. And then there's also a little bit of you fighting alone in this family or home situation, and that might not be super favorable either. That could be why you're feeling submissive, or why you're being submissive, because you're like, well, I have to do this myself. I don't want to mess it up. I don't have anyone's judgment, you know? So the next event I'm seeing, Gemini, is that there is a little bit of a blockage you're going through because you're not learning your lessons about comfort or convenience. So I see that you are going to be having an element of success this week. I do see growth, but I also see you at the same time being stuck and confused. I believe that you're going to feel confused because somebody is not going to be telling you the truth about something, or someone's not going to confess something. It looks like it has to do with pregnancy, motherhood, or another woman who has children. And this is where there's going to be the instability involved for the week. So this blockage has to do with pregnancy, motherhood, or another woman who has children, and it's going to bring some instability because you're kind of like allowing this comfort or convenience to stay here. You're not stepping out of your comfort zone. Maybe you don't even know how, but it's putting you through a blockage. So hopefully you can find your path soon. That's what I see. I see that you may be forced into a situation having to do with a large change, or you're going to have to force yourself into a large change. And the end result is happiness, commitment, or friendship. Okay, so a lot of you have a goal. This is the important message I'm getting. So this will be different for some of you, so take it as it resonates. Most of you have a goal, and this goal has to do with either drugs, alcohol, or mental illness. Now, what can that mean? What is a goal about that? I don't know. It can mean that maybe some of you are addicts and you're trying to quit. Maybe you feel like you've just been drinking too much alcohol and you're like, all right, I'm going to stop. Maybe you've had a problem with mental illness, such as obesity, having a problem with diet where you're, anorexia, bulimia, eating too much, eating too little, whatever. Maybe you just feel like you've had too much depression or anxiety and you're like, nope, I'm not having this anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be something diagnosed, and it doesn't have to be a full-on rehab type of addiction, but something with drugs, alcohol, mental illness, you have a goal in mind for it. Even if it's another person that you're involved with, there's a goal on your end. I believe that it's saying it's going to be completed, but it's going to have delays on the completion because of the lack of energy being put towards it. So if you were to put more energy towards this goal, it would be completed much sooner without delays. But right now, it's just kind of telling you like, hey, it will be completed, but there's going to be delays because of the lack of energy. It could also it could also resonate for some people that maybe there's a goal that you have, but because of the fact that there's a problem with drugs, alcohol, or mental illness, that goal won't be completed on time. That could be for some of you as well. This one was a little bit general, so I kind of want to pull one more event for Gemini. I think this is the first one that's been so general. Interesting. Geminis are all over the place, huh? Don't worry, I'm a Gemini. Okay, so one more message is that there's a goal that a lot of you have that has to do with either a lack of passion or bringing in passion in a situation. I'm seeing that there's involvement with a sexual connection or a Capricorn. And you guys have a goal regarding this, or you will have a goal this week regarding this. You're going to try to manifest something, and you're going to like learn your lessons about the situation. So you're going to try to manifest something more positive. And I believe that the goal will be completed, but there will be delays because of the lack of passion that you have for your manifestation. So, yeah, that's all I've got for you, Gemini. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about this. I want to make sure I'm being accurate for you guys. Don't forget that if you're interested in my Etsy or my Patreon, you can find that in the description, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, Gemini. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your video for today. We're going to be checking on 2 important events from July 4th to the 10th. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and it may not resonate for every single one of you, but there should be some sort of relevancy. Be sure to check out your sun and your ascendant rising. Don't forget that if you're interested in any physical products like necklaces or anything like personal psychic readings or more videos, you can check out my Etsy and my Patreon in the description below. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, Aquarius, let's see what this is about. So what I am seeing for a lot of you is that there's going to be some sort of confusion. You're going to have a bit of an issue with instability for this week, and it's going to come out in the form of like misfortunate events. Like maybe you have a bunch of money one day and then the next you don't. Maybe you keep dropping things, losing things. Maybe your emotions are all over the place. And it looks like it's either going to cause a loss or be because of a loss. What is this loss about? The loss is something that's kind of painful and something that didn't grow. So it could be something that involves emotions, like so it has to do with like growth, something that you were working on growing, maybe a relationship, a friendship, a business, something like that. And it looks like this week you may recognize it as a loss, unless you already have recognized it as a loss. This week you're going to be taking on the kind of like the qualities of the instability from it. Just because of like general confusion, you're just kind of like hurt, you're upset, you're confused. You're like, why did I even have to go through this? Why didn't it grow? All that stuff. It looks like there's going to be quite a bit of loneliness for you involved as well. Asking questions, figuring out what's going on. What should you do next? Rather than sitting there sulking. And I think that is great. I think that will be a very good move for you guys. Asking questions, finding answers, and just healing to yourself. Now, our next message is that a lot of you are going to be putting energy towards either a child, teenager, etc., a sibling, or an immature fire or earth sign. This energy is something that you are not learning your lessons about, and it could be that you are not forcing yourself to get out of this or to learn your lessons. I believe you're putting energy towards it because you're trying to win something or win something back. That is for comfort or convenience. So I just praised you guys, and now I'm seeing this, and now I take back my praise. This is only for some of you, though. I think there are some of you who are just done, but most of you, like not 8 out of 9 of you, are going to try to win this thing that you lost back. And this is for comfort or convenience. Again, that means that you are unwilling to step out of your comfort zone and find something new and better for yourself. So you're returning to the old because you don't know new. You don't know anything else. This is not a good idea, and you're not learning your lessons. So if you don't learn your lessons, spirit will force you to, and that is just a easy way of saying it. You're important message is that you may end up needing to be, or you will be, submissive towards positive spiritual energy. So if you feel like you've been too chaotic and negative, you need to submit, you need to pray, you need to talk to your ancestors, your spirits, whatever you do to engage in your spiritual activity, meditate, ground, you need to be more submissive, and you need to just calm down and take a minute to be your spiritual self and engage with it. Otherwise, it can represent that you're going to have to be submissive. Like if you already are, you're going to have to like kind of submit towards your submission. So that's kind of hard to explain. So if you're not being submissive, you will have to be this week. If you already are being submissive, then it's going to be like recognizing how far you've gotten through your spiritual energy because of your positive submission. So those of you who are just starting off, it'll take a minute, but those of you who are already submissive will recognize more spiritual energy that is positive, and this will hopefully help you make better decisions. So Aquarius, that is all I have for you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video and let me know what you thought about this. I definitely need some feedback. Don't forget to check out my Etsy and Patreon in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will talk to you later. Bye, Aquarius. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your video. We are going to do July 4th to the 10th, 2 important events and messages that you need to know about this time. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. This will not resonate 100% spot on perfectly for every single one of you, but there should be some sort of relevancy. Don't forget to check out your sun and your ascendant rising. And don't forget that if you're interested in my Etsy or Patreon, where you can find personal psychic readings, different videos, and also personal physical items like necklaces and such, check out my Etsy and Patreon in the description. And don't forget to subscribe. Let's see what we got. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what this is about. Very interesting. So, Sagittarius, your first message, I can see here that, okay, there we go. So your first message shows me that you're going to be leaving something, something or someone. What is it that you're going to be leaving? Okay, so I think, let's see here. We have a feminine energy here. If you are a feminine person, you're either going to be asking for help. Yeah, if you're the feminine person, it looks like you're going to be the one asking for help, and you may end up having to confess something to someone else, or they're going to confess something or tell you the truth about something, and that is why you're going to leave. So I also see a lot of loneliness resulting from this. So here's what I'm getting. Let me try to break this down. You guys are going to be dealing with a stubborn energy, whether that's yourself or another person. I believe that if you're not a feminine energy, 100% another feminine person is going to ask you for help. They're going to confess something to you. You may choose not to do it. But anyway, if you are the feminine energy, what I see here is that you're going to be stubborn. You're probably going to try to ask someone for help, or you're going to be asked for help by a feminine energy. And I see that you're going to either end up confessing or telling them the truth about a situation, or you are going to receive a confession or a truth that correlates to this help. And for some reason, you're going to choose to leave this person alone and leave the connection. And it comes from a place of stubbornness. So it's like maybe they've done this before, or maybe you just don't want to deal with it anymore. I do see that there's going to be distance between you and a younger person or someone who's immature. So it could also be that this person ends up leaving when you ask them for help. But regardless, I see that there's too much energy being spent on this connection, this situation. For some of you, this could be a separation with the mother of your child, the father of your child. For others, it could be separation with a woman who simply has children, and that doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a friendship as well. So I see that this person is probably going to be the one asking for help, the one who has children. So if you don't have children, you probably won't be the one asking for help. Now, for your second event, this one is a bit interesting as well. I'm seeing that you're going to feel attracted to something that really hurts you. Attracted to someone or something that really hurts you. You're going to put quite a lot of energy towards this thing or person that you feel attracted towards. I kind of get this feeling of like a thrill chaser. I don't know if that's the type of person you are, but I kind of feel like maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I know this is bad for me, but I just have to do it. Some of you, if you are practitioners, psychics, people who are engaged in their spirituality more than just receiving readings, you may end up acting abusively or toxically towards your spiritual energy, and it could cause problems. Others of you who are not practitioners or experienced with your spiritual energy, it looks like you could end up having to work on some sort of spiritual resolution because of abuse or toxicity that you are engaged in currently or very recently. So it could be kind of like a Stockholm syndrome type of deal. I don't know. I'm not going to diagnose anything, but it's just kind of like the feeling I get, thrill chaser, or maybe like you don't know anything else. I'm not sure, but something you're hurt about. It looks like you're not ready to let go or give up on yet just this week. So now for your important message, this one is going to be pretty specific, so you're going to have to make it resonate for yourself. I'm seeing that you guys could be afraid of a health issue. This looks like a case of hypochondria. I do not believe that there is an actual health issue. Rather, this is yourself or someone else. I do see positive health. I do not see negative health. Unless, of course, this is somebody who, you know, if you already know that you have a health problem, we're not talking about you. We're talking about someone who might be trying to diagnose something or thinks that something may be happening. Not sure. I don't see anything. I just see fears. This could also represent for another select few of you that you will cause mental health problems to yourself because of your fears, anxieties, worries, nervousness, just kind of like you're going to feel physical symptoms from the anxiety and all that stuff. So make sure you stay healthy and try to avoid that if you can. I know it's not easy, but see if maybe there's something you can do. Like if you start to feel yourself be anxious, go drink some cold water, go ground, meditate, talk to someone about it, whatever you can do. But that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope everything made sense. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to check out my Etsy and Patreon if you are interested in the description below. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, Sagittarius. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your video. Today we are going to be doing your 2 important events for July 4th to the 10th. Please remember that this is a general reading and it will not resonate 100% perfectly spot on for each and every one of you. There should be some point of relevancy, at least in a couple areas at least. Don't forget to check out your sun and ascending sign. And don't forget that if you are interested, you can find my Etsy and my Patreon in the description below. I have physical items, psychic readings, videos, daily readings through Patreon, all that stuff. And yeah, don't forget to show your love, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get started. All right. Oh, wow. Very interesting. So, I'm gonna need some more details on this. All right, guys, so it looks like for this week, Leo, there is going to be either you or another person confessing to you or telling you the truth about something. I want to say it's, for a lot of you, it's you confessing something, but for a select few of you, it could be you receiving a confession or a truth. I see that you have been questioning yourself, putting energy towards a specific situation already, or you will start to heavily contemplate it during this week. It has to do with something that is either regarding a Capricorn or a sexual connection. And it looks like there is something regarding death or an ending that will be confessed. I don't know if maybe this is finding answers about how somebody passed away, or maybe this is about figuring out, is this only a sexual connection or is it more? It may end up ending because it is not going to be more. Maybe if it's a Capricorn, it could just be that the connection's not really going to go much further, and this is going to be confessed as to why. But I definitely see some pretty intense energy here, so it's not something super small. This is a pretty big event. It may not be super harmful to you, but it's definitely not a quick, like, okay, yep, here's a little thing happening here, yep, you know. So your second event, I see that there's going to be a separation for a lot of you that's not forced. This, it looks like, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it either has to do with a Capricorn or it has to do with a work situation or somebody who works a lot. So if it's not a Capricorn or someone who works a lot, it's going to have to do with work. So I see confusion revolving around this separation, but I do see a separation. And because it says it's not forced, this means that either it's going to be a mutual agreement between both of you, or you will not force the separation. It will be the other person who may initiate it, unfortunately. Now, your important message is that there's going to be resolution in an area that's not growing. That could be a little bit subjective. It looks like because of some sort of news, you're going to feel upset, some sort of message, something like that. It's going to make you feel upset, and you're going to realize that nothing's growing, but somehow this is actually a resolution. It could be that maybe the two of you decide to resolve things, or it could also just be, it could be that maybe you decide to like reconcile. But for most of you, I think you're going to make the stern decision that this person or this situation has mistreated you in the past and it wasn't growing anyway. So you're going to resolve your feelings and your problems by being level-headed and coming to a coming to terms with the situation. And yes, it's going to suck at first, but there's confusion, there's hurt feelings, probably not even like that bad. It looks like a lot of you have already been maybe expecting this, or you're like, I deserve better. Most of you are already at that point where you already know that you deserve better, and that is 100% correct. So you are going to resolve things with yourself because you're going to be like, this wasn't growing in the first place. I deserve better. So that's cool. Bye-bye. So I know that was short, Leo, but that was very straight to the point, very specific. If you guys aren't involved in anything romantic or business-wise, then this probably wasn't the video for you, because it looks like either leaving a job, leaving a relationship, leaving a sexual connection. It doesn't have to be like a 50-year relationship. It could just be like something where you guys were kind of getting committed and then now it's completely over. It could be a job that you work at, a business deal. It could also be a friendship, just a separation. It doesn't have to be romantic. But if that does not involve you, then this was not your video. Leo, thank you so much for watching. I hope everything made some sort of sense. Don't forget to leave your feedback and subscribe to my channel, like, share, comment, and then don't forget about my Etsy and my Patreon in the description, and I will see you later. Bye, Leo. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. We're going to check on your two important events for July 4th to the 10th. Please do not forget that this is a general reading and it will not resonate 100% with each and every one of you, but there should be some form of relevancy. Don't forget to check out your sun and your ascendant sign for a little bit more details. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, That way I know you guys are following me. You know, everything makes sense to you. And then don't forget that if you're interested in any psychic readings, personal readings from me, physical items like necklaces or Patreon videos, you know, YouTube readings, stuff like that, you can check out my Etsy and my Patreon in the description below. All right, Capricorn, June 4th to the 10th, first event. Okay, let's see. So this one's going to be a little bit general for your first message, but I'm going to try to be as specific as I can. What I'm getting. So first off, I don't know if this is current or this is about to happen for this week, but what I see here is a large amount of confusion because you're trying to manifest something or you're subconsciously manifesting something that you don't even know about. What I'm getting here is that it's a negative manifestation. So either you are purposefully trying to manifest something that shouldn't be manifested, or you are subconsciously manifesting your own negativity because it's what you believe, and that's why you are so confused. However, I do believe you are learning your lessons about questions of some sort. I think you're starting to learn your lessons about what questions are appropriate to ask, when to ask them, where you should ask them, who you should ask questions from, you know, like who should you share your information with, stuff like that. And a lot of this has to do with comfort or convenience as well. So it's possible you're trying to manifest something that's going to keep you in your comfort zone. Bad. Maybe you are trying to manifest yourself to not have to deal with the stuff to get you out of your comfort zone and just magically appear out of it. Not going to happen. Something is keeping you in your comfort zone and you're kind of like creating it for yourself. You're like the one manifesting it a little bit. For your next message, it looks like if you are dealing with a woman of feminine energy in your home or your family, or even your distant family, because it comes up as being like a distant home, distant family, or a broken home, broken family situation. If you are, it looks like you're going to make a decision about them. Hold on, let me see what this decision is about. Okay, this decision has to do with you putting energy towards something. So you're not going to leave something on the back burner. You're not going to leave it for tomorrow. You're going to put energy towards it. So what that means is it could be related to questions, or it could be related to suspicions. It could be like, I'm ready to take action against this person. It doesn't matter. But this is something that you've already kind of like dealt with a little bit, probably within the last week or two. And it's going to extend and you're going to finally take this action, or like fully submerge into the energy of the situation. So if it doesn't have to do with another female in your family or home, then it has to do with definitely something to do with the family or the home. And it could be you that is acting as a victim. You could be someone who is victimizing yourself, kind of sulking instead of just being strong. But however, because I see that energy that you're going to take, the action you're going to take on this situation, I think that you're pretty much done with the sulking phase. You've learned your lessons about submission, and hopefully that means you're ready to be more dominant, or you've just learned when it's appropriate to be submissive and when it's appropriate to be dominant. I do see that there will be something that that lacks resolution still. Something will not be fully resolved this week, and that will cause you confusion, maybe even instability, but you are going to be the one taking action. So that's good, because who knows, maybe you're going to put so much action and energy into what you're trying to work on that it's going to be done by the next week. Now, your important message is that there is a situation you were involved in, probably currently, but I guess this could definitely range for you guys. But I see past mistreatment, I see a lack of passion, and this means that something or someone has mistreated you and does not feel the same passion that you feel for them. Unless this is like a job, you don't feel passionate for this job anymore, and you're still being mistreated, or you were mistreated anyway. So this is like that double confirmation saying, hey, leave it or get someone new, find something that does, you know, that you do feel passionate about. Find a connection that does hold that same respect for you that you want. You need to leave this lack of passion and this mistreatment in the past. So that is all I have for you guys, Capricorn. I hope everything made sense. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I want to make sure that I am being accurate for you guys, and I would like to know if there's any feedback. Don't forget you can find my Etsy and my Patreon in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye, Capricorn. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and it may not 100% resonate for each and every single one of you pinpoint. However, there should be some details of relevancy. We're going to be checking into 2 important events for July 4th to the 10th. Please keep in mind that you should check out your sun and your ascendant as well. You don't have to, though. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff so I can know that you are interested in my stuff. And if you would like anything physical, psychic readings, anything like that, videos, you can find my Etsy and my Patreon in the description. I'm also selling necklaces now. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, this is going to resonate differently for each of you. I'm going to try to give as many interpretations for this one as I can. Let's see. If somebody has been ignoring you or not talking to you, they're going to confess why, and it will be truthful. Some of you, there may have relevancy to health, but it says to wait and see what happens. So yes, they're telling the truth. If that's not your situation, it could be that if you have suspected somebody else of talking to someone specific or having some form of communication that you feel is going on, this person is going to tell you the truth about it, and it shows that there is not communication. Or have you not been talking to this person anymore? No, I haven't. That is true. I see an element of some sort of truthful confession, and then something that has to do with a lack of communication or a block in communication. So it could be that maybe someone's going to try to like interrogate you on it, and you're going to tell the truth. Be like, no, I haven't talked to them. Or no, I didn't want to talk to you because I felt like there's a health problem. I don't know. So for some of you, if you have been waiting on results for something regarding your health, there's going to be, what would that even mean? If you've been waiting on health results, there's going to be a confession or a truth as to why they haven't contacted you sooner. But I see positive health. It could be that they're like, yeah, it just wasn't important or something. I don't know. What is the health part about? Don't force it. So it's saying that like just wait. If you have anything regarding your health or another person's health, just wait. Don't force any health problems on yourself. Don't force any diagnoses. It looks like everything should be fine. There's been a few people that I've had to talk about health with. Only like 3 though out of the full list so far. And it's all been positive health. So some of you guys have a problem with your health that you think is going to get worse, or maybe you guys are going to create health problems for yourself. Like I mentioned earlier in another pile, I said hypochondriac. It could be that some of you are that, and like just wait. Don't force anything on yourself. Your health seems to be positive, unless of course, as I've said, there is already a well-known health problem that you are actively dealing with, and this is not a first time diagnosis or like a questionable, like I'm not sure. We're talking about the people who don't know yet. I see positive health and I don't see any health problems if you are working on health. But yeah, then there's that confession and something about a lack of communication. It could also mean, I just thought about this. It could also mean that some of you may receive or give a confession or a full truth that will cause a block in communication, stopping communication, or it will be misinterpreted through miscommunication. There we go. All right, your second event It looks like there's going to be some stress because of either a lack of, either you're going to want to hear from someone, but they're not going to contact you, or it could also be that you're going to receive bad news. So let me clarify that part. So I'm seeing that there's an element of a lot of you being really impatient. Even if this isn't who you normally are, I see a lot of energy of impatientness. You're waiting, you're like wanting something to change, like now, not tomorrow, now, but it's not going to. And it could be that you're scaring someone else away because of your impatientness. There's a lot of unstable energy, impatientness, trying to do everything by yourself, kind of like just like going nuts a little bit. Now, not all of you are kind of like, you know, not all of you are this erratic, but a lot of you are. For those of you who are more calm, I still see more impatient energy, that it could be that you're going to scare someone away and they're not going to want to respond to you because maybe even you're not intending to be impatient, but it comes off as impatientness to them. And if it's bad news that you're receiving, it looks like for those of you who it has to do with bad news, it's going to be something financial. It's a financial situation that you're dealing with a masculine person. Now, this situation is not something super simple. It's something more like it could be legal. It could be debt. It could be repo. It could be towing, something to do with your house, losing a business deal. Whatever it is, I see that it has to do with another masculine person. Maybe a fire or earth sign, or maybe a noble, authoritative boss. So there was mistreatment in the past regarding the situation, and that's why you haven't wanted to put energy towards it, but you will overthink the bad news. So try to stay meditated and grounded once you receive this bad news. So like I said, it's either or. You're either not going to hear from someone that you wanted to hear from, or it has to do with something financial. Probably not both. Maybe like one of you, it'll be both. I doubt most of you, though. All right, Pisces, and your important message is that if you have been questioning whether or not an authoritative person is interested in you, like a boss, a teacher, professor, corporate, something like that, just someone who has authority, they care about you. This isn't a love reading, but this is showing you that they do care about you. I'm not going to really look too much further into this because I don't like doing those types of readings in general, but yes, they care about you. This could also represent, if you're not worrying about anything like that, this could also represent that you are going to start to take charge of, you're going to start to take control, and you're going to start to take charge of the things and the people that you care about. So you're going to start to help people. You're going to start to show more guidance. And maybe you're just going to be like, you know what? I'm going to control this a bit more because I have been caring too much or too little, whatever it is. But Pisces, that is all I have for you. I hope everything made sense to you guys. Please do not forget to leave me feedback, share, subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Don't forget you can find my readings, necklaces, physical items, videos, all that stuff in my Etsy and Patreon below. And I will hopefully see you guys later. Bye, Pisces. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your video. We're going to be working on your week for July 4th to the 10th. Please do remember and keep in mind that this is a general reading. It will not be pinpoint, 100% perfect, spot on, accurate for each and every one of you. However, there should be at least some sort of element of relevancy. Don't forget to check out your sun and your ascendant signs. And if you're interested in physical items like my necklaces, bath bombs, I have psychic readings that are personalized. You can check all that stuff out in my Etsy. And also you can find my Patreon for extended videos, exclusive videos, readings for the public, all of that stuff. But let's get started. Cancer. July 4th to 10th for Cancer. First important event. Okay. Interesting. This is going to be very specific, so this message may not be for all of you, but it seems to be pretty clear to me. What I'm seeing is that either you are going to confess or another person is going to confess to you about a health problem. What is this health problem? It's related to drugs, alcohol, or mental illness. This confession is going to be truthful, and I see that it could cause a little bit of a defensive reaction to the other party. So if someone is confessing to you, be careful not to be defensive. It doesn't come off as being extremely defensive, but it seems to be like you're like a little bit on edge, like seriously, but try to be as absolutely calm as possible, even if it's something you keep having to deal with, because something about this truth doesn't seem like it's super common for you. I could be wrong, but it feels like, maybe they've lied to you like 5,000 times before and they're finally telling you the truth. And then, who knows, maybe then you get defensive and they're like, okay, I'm never doing that again. Who knows? I don't know. But basically I see a truth or confession regarding someone's health that has to do with drugs, alcohol, or mental illness. This does not mean that I am diagnosing anybody. This could mean that maybe, hey, I just wanted to let you know I don't have a liver because, or no, that doesn't work like that. I think you have to have a liver. Kidney. I lost one of my kidneys because I am so dumb when it comes to this stuff. I don't know. I lost a kidney. I donated a kidney. I had a heart surgery when I was younger. I replaced it because I ate too much candy. That could be, mental health, or not mental health, but like obesity. Like, it's more of a mind thing. I'm not talking about thyroid, but like obesity is more so like I feel like I have to eat all the time, something like that. Or maybe, hey, I was anorexic, I didn't eat enough, whatever. So I see a confession or a truth regarding drugs, alcohol, mental illness. Oh yeah, and like I said, it could even be you confessing to someone else, and if that is the case, just be careful, be prepared for a little bit of a negative reaction, but it should be okay because the card's upright, so it's not like, yep, they're gonna like slay you and shun you. It's more just like, really? So for your second message, Cancer, I'm seeing that if you are involved in with a masculine person who is either manipulative or overly emotional, I see that the connection may come up as being unsuccessful. They could have children and you're attracted to them, but it looks like some element of the connection will deem to be unsuccessful. If they do not have children, it could be you who has children, and maybe your children like them, and you're like, well, now I don't know what to do because my kids like them. My kids like them, but I don't know what to do because I don't know how to deal with them. Just take it as a loss. It could also represent that this could be you. If you are a masculine person, it could be maybe you're maybe you're a little bit too overly emotional. Maybe you're manipulative at times. And because of that, you're gonna cause something to be unsuccessful that you are hoping for. I think that this situation revolves around a lot of confusion, and also there's an issue with jealousy or greed. So you could be confused because you're jealous towards this person and you're attracted to them, but it's not right. Just let your feelings be feelings, but acknowledge the reality of it as well. All right, and your last your important message for the week of July 4th to the 10th, Cancer, is that if you yourself are a woman who is a mother, there will be instabilities around your motherhood. So try to be prepared for that. Save up your money, make sure your kids are make sure your kids are doing okay, make sure they have everything they need, make sure you guys got toilet paper, food, formula, juice, whatever it is that they need. That way it doesn't surprise you when you have $2, right? Or maybe someone's going to make you feel less than a mother. Don't let them do that because it will cause a lot of instability to you and your motherhood. If you're not a mother, let's say you have a woman that is the woman, let's say you have someone who is the mother of your child and you're not the mother, but there is a mother of your child around. They're going to bring their extreme instabilities into your life during this week for some reason. I don't know why. Now, let's say you don't have children at all. Let's say you're trying for children. There's going to be a large amount of infertility, so you will not be conceiving this week, most likely, because of instability. You're going to have to reevaluate your priorities and figure out, why are you going around with all this instability? Maybe you have a health problem. Now, for the very last type of resonation this could be, is that you guys are simply going to be dealing with a woman who has children and is very unstable. That's it. So Cancer, I hope everything made sense and resonated for you. Please don't forget to leave me some sort of feedback. I'm interested to know what you thought about this, especially at the end of the week. I want to know how your week went. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and do not forget that my Etsy and my Patreon are in the description below. Thanks for watching. Bye, Cancer. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your video. We are going to be doing your week of July 4th to the 10th, your 2 important events for that week. Please do not forget that this is a general reading and it will not resonate 100% accurate pinpoint for each and every one of you. However, there should be some sort of form of relevancy, at least in a little bit. You just have to, wow. You need to take it as it resonates. Please don't forget to check out my Etsy and my Patreon in the description. I'm selling necklaces and I also have lots of personalized readings and anything regarding YouTube readings in my Patreon. Necklaces, psychic readings in my Etsy. And don't forget to subscribe. Now, first things first, Scorpio, if you are doing any spell work, you need to reevaluate yourself big time. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go ahead and find your events. Scorpio, July 4th to 10th, first important event. So let's see here. Just what I said right in the beginning here. So negative spiritual energy, very first thing that shows me. There will be negative spiritual energy. Wow, oh my goodness. See, I can't make this any more clear. I dropped all my cards. My stuff keeps dropping. My vape fell out of my pocket. You guys need some serious revamping. So there's going to be negative spiritual energy around you in the week of July 4th to the 10th. And this will have to do with either a divorce, depression, lack of commitment. Now what that means is that maybe a divorce is going to put you through a really bad downfall. Maybe a lack of commitment is going to put you through a downfall. Like maybe you haven't been cleaning or working on your altar too much. Maybe you have dropped a commitment that you made to yourself, a promise, whatever. And now you're going to be like repented for it. It could also be depression is causing negative spiritual energy, or your negative spiritual energy is causing depression. They bounce off of each other. So you really need to cleanse yourself. You need to kind of get yourself back up there and kind of get your marbles back. Hopefully you can, because you'll be recognizing that during this week. Now, the second thing I'm seeing is that there will be either, if you have worked on a travel or a move or seeing somebody, it will be canceled or delayed. Otherwise, it represents distance. Now, it looks like if you've been working on seeing someone, traveling, or moving, it has to do with a fire or earth sign or somebody who is a bit fiery and immature. Otherwise, it can represent distance with that type of person. There's going to be like just something that feels really distant. Maybe the two of you aren't going to see each other for a while. Maybe you're just going to be like keeping your peace around, you know, away from each other. Now, your next event is that you're going to have communication with another person about past toxicity or abuse. This can be interpreted in a couple of different ways. This means that either you are going to be the one communicating some sort of abuse or toxicity that you have been through before, and somebody may come up to you and question it and be like, hey, what did you mean by this? Or you're going to talk to someone and they're going to be like, do you need some more help? Whatever. It could also be that someone else is going to come up to you, ask you a subtle question, and then that's where they're going to talk to you about their past toxicity or abuse. However, I don't know what it is exactly for each of you, but it seems important. I believe that some of you could be pregnant or a mother, or you could be communicating with a woman who is pregnant or a mother. They seem to be an air or water sign, or they just have a really youthful energy, or that's you. Oh yeah, well, Scorpio, air or water, duh. So yeah, I think that this communication is going to help because there's an element of really feeling a lot of hurt or betrayal, one of you, whoever the one is confessing. And I think that one of you just really needs to get this stuff off your chest, and I don't blame you one bit. Now, for your final message is that you guys are going to have, I want to say, a financial relationship. So that can be a couple different things. It could be a contract. It could be a relationship that is mutually beneficial financially. So like maybe a roommate. It could be that there's children involved in a financial instability, like a court case. It could be that you end up getting in a relationship with somebody or a very strong connection with somebody that you work with. Or it could be that a relationship that you're already in, you had a financial plan with them that gets canceled, but it will still happen regardless. So I see that you have a goal regarding a connection or a relationship, whether it's romantic, work, whatever. Relationship doesn't have to be love. It doesn't have to be like kissing, whatever. It could be just like a connection, basically, or a commitment that you have to another person or job, whatever. You have a goal regarding this, and it's going to be completed soon. I don't see a whole lot of delays. If there are any, it'll be very minimal delays. Be careful, though, because it looks like there's a lot of questions you're going to end up having and not asking them. I think that that's going to contribute to more instability, and if there are any delays, I think it'll be from the fact that you're not asking your questions. So get your answers. But Scorpio, that is all I have for you guys. I hope everything made sense. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, especially subscribing. And please don't forget about my Etsy and my Patreon in the description below if you are interested. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye, Scorpio.